Well, good evening. We would like to welcome you all to our 10th anniversary tonight, our 10th annual fundraiser. And we appreciate very much your presence here. Without you, this would not have been possible. We wouldn't have had a 10-year celebration, so we are extremely grateful. So what we thought would be kind of fun is to share with you what we called 10 stories for 10 years. Okay? So some of them are humorous. Some of them are slightly sappy, so we tried to make those quick. But we don't want to bore you. But what we wanted to do is give you, a lot of you have been with us for a very long time, and you don't always know some of the behind-the-scenes things that we go through. So this is our 10th anniversary celebration. You were with us when we began to dream and came up with a name and a tagline on a long 18-hour ride to Minnesota and back. And you were also with us when we sat at our dining room table for the first time. Thank you, Terry Anderson, he's not here tonight, who came up with our wonderful logo when I showed him a piece of clip art, and he just kind of shook his head no. You were also there with us when Sister Shirley Kroll and Bob Kay have our everlasting gratitude for helping us get our not-for-profit status sent in through the IRS. Much longer process than I had ever imagined possible. And if I had $1 for every time my mom asked me when I was going to get a real job, I would not need to write so many grants. The truth be told, I could never possibly thank my family enough for standing with me and helping make this dream a reality. Literally, every one of them are here, and they have been every year, so I'm very, very grateful. You were also with us when we saw the delight in the eyes of the young girls from our Batavia golf program when they opened their golf clubs for the very first time. You were with us when we were given 36 hours notice to come down to Springfield and make a grant presentation, to which I stayed up almost all night to do a 10-page handout on the benefits, the therapeutic and medical benefits of golf as a leisure therapy, only to be asked within 10 minutes that we had reached our maximum timeline, and they took all of our equipment that we had spread out and put it in the hall and said, "Thank you very much for coming," and we got back in the little car and drove back, and we got a very hefty grant. So we were very grateful. You were also with us when Callaway Golf donated 36 boxes of equipment, to which the UPS driver dropped in front of my home, unbeknownst to me. And when Kathy arrived, she said, "Did you know that we had a delivery?" Thank you for making it possible for us to get a storage unit to put all of our equipment in and make good use of it. You made it possible for us to bring the game of golf to the veterans at all of our veterans' homes, except the one in Anna, but Mantino, LaSalle, and Quincy. But you were with us specifically when we went to the Mantino home, and one of our veterans, we won't tell you which one in this great picture, decided after hitting the ball for 30 minutes, he was a little more able-bodied, it was time to take a little break and run to the restroom, to which the staff shared with us it was very fine that he did that. But when he didn't return after about 45 minutes, we asked where he was, only to go in and find him at the bar having a drink, which 2 local golfers paid for, because isn't that what golfers do? You were also there with us at our first clinic at the Lovell Federal Health Care Center up at Great Lakes, where we met Bob and convinced him to not sit, but to stand. And you were with us as we saw his joy when he realized that he actually could stand and play. You also made it possible for us to bring the game of golf to the children we serve at the Palatine Opportunity Center in Palatine. This young little gentleman right here, his name is Tony. Tony went up to Kathy, and he's a real short little guy, and he pulled on the side of her pocket, and he said something was wrong with his golf club because he couldn't hit the ball as far as she could. And he asked if she could please show him. And so Kathy said to him, "Tony, all you got to do is keep your eye on the ball and let the star on the club hit the ball." To which Tony told her, "My club doesn't have a star." We got a marker, we put a star on it, and Tony told us, "Well, now it works." When we first started, we provided monthly clinics to Shriners Hospital. where we met little Ethan. At the ripe old age of 4, Ethan had more energy than a road runner. We finally had to ask his mom if we could put him in the cart picker at the Dome, just because the rest of us needed a break from him. So we did. We put him in there. Ethan is now the one individual that you all saw a year ago on our Give the Gift of Golf newsletter, where he got up on a cart and sang the national anthem for us. He's an accomplished little singer. He was in Torval downtown at the Lyric Opera House. Thanks to you, we were able to bring the game of golf to the children at the Glenwood Academy. Never have we seen children line up in a single file line when they got off the bus and walk calmly over to the driving range. I am very happy to tell you that by the time they finished their 24 sessions with us, they started running. You gave the gift of golf to our service members who had PTSD and other physical disabilities. And you were also with us when we had the opportunity to meet Joseph, who is a service dog, who loved golf so much he intently watched as every ball was hit. He was so good for almost an hour and a half, to which he couldn't take it anymore, and he started running out onto the practice green and picking up as many golf balls as he could. Once again, we go to show that golf and laughter are the best medicines, and I am so grateful that Joseph is here tonight, too. You made it possible for us to bring the game to the military children at Great Lakes, where we met Max, a very ambitious little 5-year-old who in many ways found the etiquette and the lessons of golf a little hard to grasp. But he was able to share with us how golf was a lot like Jesus. Because when Max was not able to behave on the course and was told that there was not going to be any snacks after the round today, a little girl went up to him afterwards and told him that's Max, told him that it would be okay, she forgave him, and Max replied, "Hey, Jesus does that too." Never have we heard Jesus referred to on the golf course quite that way. We are grateful to you all who have taught our clinics, volunteered for us, served on our board, attended our events, made a donation, helped us teach a clinic, or gave us encouragement as we celebrate what we call our work, which is definitely a reality come true from a dream that we had. You have touched our lives and allowed us to serve over 7,000 people, young, old, and give them all the revelation that they too were golfers. Thank you very much.